After an awful winter, signs of growth, and not just in the garden. Our GDP national output is the sum total of everything produced in the UK. Today we found out it had grown by 0.3% in the first 3 months of the year. That's just enough to reverse a fall in the previous quarter. In a year we've still only grown by 0.6%.
So I think it will change. It has to. It has to get better.
Things will get better, but it was pretty grim earlier on. I think everybody was worried that we're heading into another recession.
They've certainly got better for the Chancellor, who's been saved all that talk of recession.
These figures are an encouraging sign that the economy is healing, and despite a tough economic situation, we are making progress. But of course, we've still got difficult decisions to take. There aren't easy answers.
The growth came almost entirely from the services part of the economy, which includes hotels, transport and retailers like this garden centre in Chelmsford. They were hit by last month's cold weather, but it doesn't seem to have done much damage overall.
Spend is down, footfall is up. I mean, we're having to drive the business harder. When you are met with a downturn in any market, you have to scrutinise the business.
The positive sign in front of the GDP number is a relief to the Chancellor, and much bigger than nearly anyone expected. But most economists struggle to see a lot of forward momentum behind this recovery, and we are still very dependent on spending by households. Once again, falling activity in the construction sector held back growth. Output there fell by 2.5%. Manufacturing was also down by 0.3%. Both parts of the economy are now smaller than when the Chancellor took office.
These are lacklustre figures. The economy has barely grown in the last 3 years. Essentially, it's flatlining, the slowest recovery for 100 years. Families are paying the price. Businesses are not confident to invest. We can't carry it on like this. We do need our Chancellor to admit it's not working and change course.
There were more smiles for the Chancellor at this internet company in London. But one of the key global investors who used to back Mr Osborne's plans recently joined the list of people saying it was a mistake. I asked him, didn't that mean one of the big arguments for austerity was now crumbling?
Well, I think the recovery is underpinned by very low interest rates. And if we lost those very low interest rates, then we would have a difficult situation turned into a disastrous situation.
But they're saying austerity has hurt growth and it was a mistake.
Well, I think you look at the UK, we've still got a very high deficit, the highest in Europe, but we've got very low interest rates. So our economic policy, our economic plan, commands credibility around the world, but it is also flexible.
It is good news. Hopes for modest growth this year have survived the winter, but little sign yet that the economy's about to race ahead. Stephanie Flanders, BBC News.